Coming at you with a quick sit down. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, YAHAWAHSHI, YAHWAHSHI, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and salutation to the Akims that's out here that's pushing this work around the globe in truth and sincerity. Uh, I just want to dive right into this is just a continuation of a video that I did a few weeks ago where YAHAWAHSHI and 144,000 created everything, man. Some precepts I left out, there was some key points, man. I'm just gonna continue it up since the spirit came on me to do so. And I'm gonna dive right into it. This Hebrews 1 and 2. It says, had in these last days spoken unto us by his son, okay, whom he appointed heir of all things, okay. He's the heir of all things, meaning he's the sole owner, the possessor of all things. He did all things through him, by whom also he made the worlds, with an S, okay. And when you go into that word worlds, you know that it means cosmos, man, you know. So he made the worlds with a S, okay? The worlds with a S, key point, worlds, okay? This three, whom being the brightness of his glory, okay, and the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word of his power, and upholding all things by the word of his power, okay? Because the Father give it out his word and it get done, okay? The Father don't have to lift a hand to do anything. He's getting it done through all his creations, through his creatures he's created, man, which is including his son and the other angels, man. When he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high. Okay, let me get to the point. I'm gonna read this one to let y'all know that he all the angels are supposed to minister unto him, was given direct orders and decrees from the Most High to minister unto him. This is First Hebrews 1 and 6. He says, and again, when he bring it into the first begotten into the world, he said, and let all the angels of Yahweh worship him. Okay, so it's a key point. He's worshiping him, man, meaning they are doing that which he requires of them to do once he received the word from the Most High. He says, and the angels, and of the angels, he said, who make it his angel spirits. Okay, so he made it. He made all the other spirits. He used YAHWAHSHI to make all the other spirits, and his ministers a flame of fire. Okay, let me get down to the point. This is 10. This the point. It says, and thou, YAHWAHSHI, in the beginning has laid the foundation of the earth. This the point right here. Has laid the foundation of the earth. And the heavens are the work of thine hands. Okay? The work of YAHWAHSHI hands. From the word of Yahweh. And I'm going to dive into that. We're going to get into that, man. But let me jump into this real quick. This it says, this 14, are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? Okay, so they are working for YAHWAHSHI, man. These angels are working for YAHWAHSHI, who is receiving the word from Yahweh, man, to give direct decrees and orders, man. So we're going to see how they put it all together, all right? This is Proverbs 8 and 22. It says, Yahweh, our power, Yahweh possessed me in the beginning of his way before his works of old. Okay, his works of old is the creations of everything, man. When you go back to Genesis, all right, and we're going to get in that. You go back to Genesis, when the earth was void and, you know, the beginning story, man. It says, when there were no depths, I was brought forth. Before there were depths, I was brought forth, okay? where there were no fountains abounding with water. Now, let's go to Genesis real quick. It says, in the beginning, God had created the heavens and the earth, okay? And the earth was without form and void. The darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Yahweh moved upon the face of the waters. Okay, so now let's see. All right, let's go back to Proverbs 8. And where I was, he says, he was set up from everlasting, from the beginning of ever the earth was. So before this was happening, YAHAWAHSHI was already present. It says, when there was no depths, all right, he said, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, all right? So there was no depths of this going on, man. He said, I was bought for it, all right? I'm going to go down to 26, 8 and 26. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world, okay? When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, on the face of the depth, okay? So this is the face of the deep, man. All right. When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, okay? So I already read in Hebrews that he laid the foundations of the earth, all right? And it was all ministering spirits, which we're going to dive into that, all right? Which was Hebrews 1 and 14. These spirits that was of him, man, all right? I'll go down, finish up in this real quick. When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea this decree that the water should not pass his commandments, when he appointed the foundations of the earth. Okay? YAHAWAHSHI was explaining that he was with him. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Okay? So now, let's dive into that. All right? So to show he was with him and show you that the angels also helped him, man. This is First Esdras 6 and 13. Real quick, just a follow up. It says, so they gave us this answer. We are the servants of the Lord Yahweh, our Mashiach, which made heaven and earth. Okay, that's to the point right there. So they gave us this answer. We are the servants of Yahweh, our Mashiach, which made heaven and earth. There's no need to elaborate that. They're telling you that they made heaven and earth, man. Okay, that they was with him. This is I'm gonna read a quick prelude. This is in Maccabees, real quick. It's a quick prelude. I'm gonna read it out so we get some quick understanding. This is the prayer of Manasseh, king of Judah. Okay, it says, "O Yahweh, Almighty, our Almighty power, Yahweh of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of their righteous seed." Okay, and of their righteous seed. Okay, all those people who has made heaven and earth with all the ornament thereof. Okay, who has made heaven and earth with all the ornaments thereof, who has bound the sea by the word of thy commandment, who has shut up the deep, okay, and sealed it by the terrible and glorious name, man, which is our Father. Then that was just a quick prelude. I mean, I ain't gotta read no more to it. It just says, Uh, Read it again. Almighty God of our Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of their righteous seed. Okay, these seed of people, man, who are the angels, man, who also come of those 144,000 elect men, come from out of this seed. All right, who has made this seed, who has made heaven and earth with all the ornament thereof. So everything that's in it, all right? This shit didn't just pop up when God said, let there be light, man. It was people working. It was the 144,000 taking orders from our Mashiach, YAHAWAHSHI, our big brother, who has shut up, who has bound the sea by the word of thy commandment. Okay, he gave him a commandment to bound it. Who has shut up the deep and sealed it by the terrible and glorious name, man. Who all men fear. All right, that was a quick prelude on that, man. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna jump back to Genesis, and it says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. All right. The point is the first day, then the second day, then the third day. Everything was being created by YAHAWAHSHI and 144,000. I'm going to get a quick precept real quick to get y'all with understanding that it wasn't a day that the Most High was speaking of, because his own, I'm gonna pull that too. Real quick. I think this is in Isaiah 55. But anyways, he said his ways is not our ways, and his thoughts is not our thoughts. So his ways is above our thoughts. And his thoughts is above our thoughts, man. So it's not the same. We're not living on this Isaiah 55 and 8. Okay, it says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, say the Lord. So the way we think and the way we do things is not equivalent to the Most High. All right, he's living on a different accord. He's on a different time span. He's on a different everything, man. He's on a completely different level. For crying out loud, he's a God, and we are his creatures, his creators. It says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. All right, that's to the point, man. So let's get what it says. This 2 Peter 3 and 8. It says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. Those beloved is whom he's speaking to, God's chosen people, man. And that beloved may be the 144,000. I don't know, isn't up in there, man, but you know, it may be the 144. It says that one day with the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So to argument out that I can receive that, man, we understand that one day is 1,000. We understand that one day to the Lord is 1,000 years, man. And 1,000 years is one day. So when the first day came, it was 1,000 years. Okay. Second day, it was 1,000 years. So the Lord created the earth, heaven and earth in 6,000 years, man. And on the 7,000 years, 7,000 year, he rest, which would be 7 days to us, but 1,000 years to him. So, you know, I hope that was edifying, man. This just was a little continuation of what I had on a video that I did. YAHAWAHSHI 144,000 created everything, man. I just had wanted to throw these back in. I had left these out, man. So with that, I hope that was edifying. Shalom.